unsurpassed, telecast. It's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know the deal. We bring in an amazing comic, and we fire 10 questions at him. You know the deal. And here we are. My guest today is a Dallas comedy legend. I feel very comfortable saying that.
I appreciate that.
He is, first of all, I want to say this, one of the nicest people that I've met since I've been here in Dallas. Very cool, I mean, we gelled almost immediately. My guest today is Shahyan Jahani.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Thanks for doing the show.
Thank you for having me. Also, thanks for saying all that nice stuff.
Oh, for sure, man.
I feel like Jen and Mac, they're way nicer than me.
Oh, yeah. Well, they are.
Yeah. That was
for sure.
Stretch.
I also, I want to compliment you. You were so, when you get ready to tape a special, which is when we met, I was running my hour for my special that's out now, Bubble Wand, on my YouTube channel, the same thing you're watching.
Find it.
But you were so complimentary and so nice, and it just, and what's crazy is the night that we met was also the night that I pitched this show to Mac.
Oh, really?
And we started the ball rolling on this show.
Okay.
So you were kind of there for two big Genesises.
Oh, wow.
Which genocide, if you will.
Yeah.
But dude, are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it. All right. First question. What's a major event that you wish you were alive for?
Oh, wow. Man. So also because it's incredibly relevant now, but like this is going to sound weird because it was brutal, but the Islamic Revolution in Iran,
right?
Because my dad, like, once everything started kind of going crazy in Iran, and like they were starting to like put all this like Sharia law and stuff, like my dad was just like, I'm out, and he came to the United States, so he cut before, so he never really like lived and experienced like the slow clamping of like all the rules and stuff like that. My mom was there the whole time. So like to be able to experience it, to see like kind of, because my mom, when you ask her about it, she just kind of takes it in stride. And it was just kind of like a part of her childhood and life, which that to me is bonkers because that's such a huge change.
Right.
And it's also like very like near and dear to me because it's like my family and stuff like that. So if
I mean, if you see photos before the revolution, you're like, oh, am I looking at like Cabo?
It looks like south of France, Spain, Italy, like that. That's like a lot of the influence, like a lot of the style. Like when people
I love that you like South of France, Italy, and I said Cabo.
yeah. Well, no,
what an uncultured swine I am.
No, the thing is, like that's what you know. Like, but it's really the environments are very similar, but like the European influence is the literal influence. Like,
right.
When they take off the burqas and like their overcoats and stuff like that, the women are dressing in like high Spanish fashion, Italian fashion. Like that's what they wear. And that's how it was before. So my mom like went from that to like what it is now, and to be able to experience, because like that kind of stuff, it's just weird because, you know, obviously living in political climate that you do now, it's like when rules change and like world orders change and things change, I imagine that's like very like that's like a formidable thing to experience.
For sure.
That only because it's like near and dear to my family. I think it would be boss to like live during the moon landing and like to experience that, because you hear about it and you're just like, okay, cool, that happened a while back, but to like live it, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I think those would be my two. And they're around the same time ish.
Yeah,
60s, 70s.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So you want to go back to when everything was kind of like wild in Iran?
I mean, yeah. I always wonder if like my parents would have never, or if they met here. So like, would they have never met? Probably. And you know, if you're just a soul floating around until you're assigned to a body, like would I have been born in Iran had neither of those two individuals left, like wherever I came from. So I don't know, it's just interesting. I always think about like the version of me that's more Iranian, that like doesn't speak any English, that is like full blood like that. Right. Because I'm so Americanized. I was born here, and you know, we learned Farsi first, and then we learned English, and we went to school like. But I don't know what the hyper Iranian version of me would be. I try to think about that, and I'm just like, what would I wear? What would I drive?
Yeah. That is pretty crazy.
What kind of shit would I be into?
Like I think about that a lot. I mean, not the same thing, but
do you think about how you would be as an
like
Iranian
if
man?
like being from Oklahoma, I'm thinking like, what's the super country version of me? Like if I never found the arts, or if I never found, you know, just ways to express myself, and I go,
Performing, yeah.
I'm just going to be like an FFA guy.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that, but
Nope.
you're like, what's the part of me with, my pants tucked into the inside of my, steel-toed boots, and I'm wearing coveralls with the buttons all the way down to here. I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
What's that version of
Real
me look
salt of
like?
the earth type person.
Yeah.
That not a lot of people go to college in Iran because it's really hard to get into. So I think I would be like a tradesman. Honestly, I love backgammon. I'll probably make and sell backgammon boards.
Oh,
I'm
now
like
you're
a
talking,
backgammon
dude.
fiend.
Are you
dude.
good at backgammon?
Yes. I will say that confidently to people. I mean, it's a luck of the roll game. Like, it's a luck of the dice game. I'll play. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I certainly know what I'm doing. But I'll lose against people who are worse than me, because it's like, if you're just rolling mad dice and you just crush me, like, there's nothing I can do about that.
Is that a big cultural staple?
A lot of people play it. A lot of people in Iran also play like the equivalent of spades, and like there are all these other like card games and stuff like that. But backgammon's like a big. You'll see that a lot.
I think that's what's so funny is I think that when you start not mixing cultures, but like realizing you're like, that's why, especially like Iranian people, like in like New York City, they blend in so well uptown.
Yeah.
Like in Harlem and Washington Heights and all that stuff, because it's like, playing backgammon or spades outside, hookahs, loud music,
Smoking,
it's just
up till
like
4 a.m.,
chill, like
no kids at bedtimes,
powerful coffee. You're like, oh, dude, this is
heavily caffeinated, drunk,
and have affinities for bags and jewelry. Dude, it's just
we don't like, we're kind of we break rules when we want to. We just that like the similarities are deep, and that's my dad always told me that. He was like, he was in the restaurant business, and he was just like, that's why I get along with like all the like Hispanic, Guatemalan, Venezuelan people, and like, we have the same culture. Like, we call people uncles who are not blood related. We have like brothers and sisters who are actually like second or third removed cousins. Like everyone lives in the same house. Like, they're very family oriented, and my family still is. Like, that's most of the reason why I probably never moved out of Dallas, despite like the huge urge to like move to New York or move to DC or do something like to experience another comedy scene. It's just because like, every year that passed, I was just like, okay, well, my dad's getting older. Well, my mom is here. I don't, not that I would think I would upset them. I think they would support me. But like, then my sister started having kids, and I was like, well, I want to be around for them. And then I met Katie, and then it's now I kind of see, now I don't really regret it, because there are planes and there are means of going places. And I have friends like Zide, and like I can stay with friends up there, and
for sure.
I have friends in LA that I can stay with. So, I mean, and really, when you go visit those places for a week at a time, you can get your fill. And
and I think as you grow older as an artist, like you that thing of like, I don't want to get trapped, but you get to a point now where you're like, oh, good art is good art, no matter where it is. I can create here the same way I can create anywhere else. And I think that's the thing, is like, you just, especially now with the internet, you're like, oh, I could just put it out and do, you do it anywhere, and
you can get somewhere fast. Like, if somebody's like, if they're banging on your door and they're like, you got to get to LA to do this thing, and then
I'll get a flight.
I have a flexible enough job. My entire family is here, which makes childcare easy for the new baby, and so like I have more. If we were living in like somewhere where we have no support system, it would be a slog to try to like get out of town to go do this wonderful opportunity. But if I'm here, I can literally just turn to my wife and be like, you recognize this is a good opportunity, and she's she's a comedian as well, so she's just like, go do that. And I'm just like, okay, cool, you got the baby. And she's like, I'll get it figured out. But that truly does help. I mean, like,
all right, next question. Would you rather always have to sit in the front seat of an Uber, or always have your bag be the last bag out at baggage claim?
This is a very easy one for me.
Is it?
Yes. By a country mile, sit in the front seat of an Uber, and I'll tell you why.
I mean, dude, first of all, the fact that that's that easy is...
because like, I don't want to wait around for the carousel. Like, I want my bag to be out first. Like, that's a must.
That's understandable.
I'm at the end of the trip, or I'm at the beginning of my trip. I want to go do the thing. But when Uber X first started, like, they went from Uber Black Car, and where it was only like a black car service, to like now everyday schmoes were driving their car and picking you up.
Right.
I it felt unnatural to me to get in the back of someone's car because it was like a driving Miss Daisy situation. I just thought it looked demeaning.
Yeah.
So I would, for the first like, I don't know, tens of Ubers that I took. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say like the first 100 Ubers, but like definitely the first series of Ubers. I would ask the driver, I'd be like, hey man, do you care if I sit up front? And it was met with 50-50 like acceptance to like, get the hell in the back seat type thing. Like, or like, no, because sometimes I would just do it and I'd be like, hey, is this okay? And I low-key kind of want to go back to it. If Uber drivers didn't always have stuff in their passenger seats, now,
dude,
I think I would still do it.
First of all, this is insane.
I think I would still do it.
You miss being in the front seat?
Because like that to me is like camaraderie. Like we're together now.
We're not together, dude. You're giving me a ride.
Yeah, I know. But if I'm giving a friend a ride, I'm not going to be like, hey, get in the back seat. I'm going to be like, Mac, hop in the passenger seat. Let's go. Like, I'm not going to be like, this is... It just seemed weird to me.
Let me ask you this. So are you talking to the people?
I've done both. Like I've gotten in the front seat and we haven't said a word to each other.
I mean, that's the most insane. That's
You've
crazy.
Never ridden in the car with someone you're mad at? I've done that a lot.
Yeah, but at some point, like usually we've seen each other naked.
Yeah.
And so
okay.
that's the situation we're in.
Well,
I mean, like, and also maybe just being a bigger guy, it's a different situation because if I'm in the front seat with somebody, there's usually a point in the drive where they have to go, hey, I need you to lean back a little bit.
I can't
see my mirror. That's maybe a little too telling.
Yeah.
I don't. And also, people, if you're sitting next to somebody, there's a need to talk to that person.
Yeah.
And if you're looking to your right, looking to your left, like anytime you're getting somebody's vision, I feel like they want to talk to you, and it's like I don't want to talk, dude. You know, I mean, I do like talk. First of all, I'm not like anti-talk, but there's some times where it's like, man, you're doing a job. We're not going to be friends.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel bad for saying it like that, but you're like, yeah, dude, you're just trying to do this, you know, whatever. And I've been sloshed before in the back of an Uber,
sure.
And I get real chatty, you know. I definitely. By the way, dude, I'm super friendly whenever I drink. I mean, I remember one time I didn't even know
very much though.
No, I don't. I usually only do it when I go to Houston and I hang out with all the dudes at the secret group, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, going out with Youngblood and Trey and Zod, dude, that drinking is. I remember the last time I did that, I got into the back of an Uber and I had such a good conversation. I don't remember anything that was said. It was such a good conversation. And when I got out, I went to tip him, and I was going to tip him like a bunch. And Uber was like, "Hey, you can't tip this much."
Yeah, you're being too generous.
It literally was like, "You can't tip more than this percentage." And it's like I've never had Uber talk me out of money before.
Dude, that's so messed up. They ought to let you just go hog wild.
That's what I said. But
me and Youngblood got separated. We drank so much last time. Like and when I say like, I wish this was like a tale of old times. This was 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. Dude, there's something about Houston, dude. It's so
you catch a wild hair. Yeah,
it's so much fun.
He like went to go chase after some girl or like talk to his girl. I don't know what the hell was going on, but he left me at the bar, and then the bar we were doing after hours, and like it was the guy like his friend's bar, so we were still drinking, and then the cops pull up and they're like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. You guys can't be serving alcohol. And they're like, we're not.
Yeah.
And they just were like, okay. And they left. And
yeah. Houston is so awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now. It's when people ask me, they go, what's like one of the wildest cities you ever go? Everybody always thinks New Orleans, Vegas. Dude, you go to Houston, Texas.
Sugarland, Texas.
You are gonna have a wild, fun time.
Yeah, if you know these guys,
I mean, dude, I still think that sitting in the front seat of an Uber is insane.
And being drunk is no deterrent because absolutely, those first few Uber X's, I was hammered when it was like first coming out. And it was also the first time I ever saw a Tesla. I sat in the front seat. It was a red Tesla, picked me up from a Buffalo Wild Wings in Irving. It's like 30 minutes from here. And if you don't think that I tried to touch all of the dials in his screen And that was the closest thing I ever got to get kicked out of an Uber because I was like, what does this do? What does this do? He was like, dude, some of this will affect the car. Like, don't touch this stuff.
A touchy passenger?
Yeah, dude.
I can't stand it. My stepdad is
I was
very
at Buffalo
touchy.
Wild Wings. What do you think I was doing?
Yeah, but I just imagine he's got this clean. I mean, Uber drivers are usually very, very clean.
Yeah, it was
so I just
pretty
imagine you with your saucy fingers and just touching everything, every spice from every wing.
I was
It's just on
jerking all over his. It was just like it was just glossy. Just my hands are. I must have looked like a toddler when they're coming up to you and they're like looking for a hug, and you're just like,
No. All right, next question. One of these has to go: scented candles, scented soap, or scented air freshener.
Air freshener.
Really?
Are you talking about like the plug-in ones, or the ones that like? Okay,
I'm thinking. Yes, you could do the plug-in ones, but I'm also thinking post-bathroom
sure.
air fresheners.
Okay,
Because sometimes those are...
just courtesy flush. You can just like kill it early.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something right now. That's a lie that dudes make up.
Yeah, but
Where you go, yeah, I think it's fine. I think one quick flush will take care of all this stuff, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It absolutely doesn't.
Yeah.
That is the worst lie.
just wait it out.
Just
I feel like of those things that you named, the air fresheners are the most like assaulting. Like because have you ever been in a bathroom where the air freshener like out the wall?
Yes.
And you just been blasted in the face.
Yes.
With it? Like that. I don't want to smell like vanilla when I leave the bathroom.
I agree, and I do.
I don't get sprayed on. By
it is always the least favorite. However, that in certain situations,
sure,
it is an absolute necessity.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, and sometimes it's an absolute necessity to get in the front seat of an Uber, but evidently
it is never an absolute necessity to get in the front seat.
On that, like,
dude, I'll clamp it down, dude.
yeah,
it's never a. I don't see it as a. To me, would also the air freshener be the first one to go?
Sure.
Off of preference,
Yes,
but necessity. I can't tell you how many situations I've been where it's like I'm in a emergency situation.
Yeah.
And the only thing keeping everything together is a can of air freshener. The amount of times a can of air freshener has saved my life.
Yeah.
And saved the situation that I'm in. Whether it's meeting somebody new, meeting, having an important situation where it's like, hey, I'm meeting people and this could affect my life. And you have a situation, you go, listen, if they smell what I've done, it's going to change my life the opposite way.
They're not going to, the opportunities will be lost.
Right. And so I feel like scented candles. I love scented candles, and I love scented soap. I really do. But scented candles and scented soap have never saved my life.
Okay,
so that's my reluctance to it. I agree that it's the one that's
the most assaulting. That is for sure the case. But sometimes you need it to be that assaulting because it needs to cover up whatever evil you just did. Right.
It's like if you're doing branches of military, you're like, which one would you get rid of? The Army, the Navy, or the Coast Guard. You're like, listen, man.
See you, Coast Guard.
You want to say see you, Coast Guard.
We already have a water one. We don't need two water ones.
But if I'm kayaking in the Bering Sea or whatever, and I get caught out in the middle of a storm, the Navy goes, hey man, we'll fly a plane over the Daytona 500 for you. Like that's about it. That's all they can do.
They're gonna like send a battleship to come get you. Where the Coast Guard would have been a lot. You needed air freshener in that situation, and you got a candle. Like
You're
like, you didn't have the Goldilocks. You had what you didn't need. But I mean, I work in a gym, so air fresheners are a thing,
right?
And like we will absolutely like follow stinky members around and like just like low key spray it.
Wait, what?
Dude, we've done that for sure. There's like one or two people at the gym that are like notorious, like they just are nose blind, and
that's crazy.
It's bad.
Did you know that's a thing?
Yeah. You got to use the air freshener there because you can't very well follow someone with a candle. You look psychotic. Like, you just feel like, I'm sorry, you're so stinky. Let me just walk around with this like buttercream themed candle.
Hey, why don't you wash your hands a bunch? And when I say wash your hands, I mean like everything.
Yeah, the rest of your body.
I want you to come out smelling like cucumber melon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, it's crazy. Like a gym is a very interesting ecosystem.
Here we go. Next question. What's the weirdest thing you've ever gone to urgent care for?
Now, this didn't happen to me, but I put a nail through my friend's calf, like on the construction site. We had to go to.
I think I speak for everybody to go, that'll do.
Yeah. So like there was just a piece of like, shitty wood, and I was like doing nails through it. Like we were just putting up a fence. So it was like the pickets, and I didn't know this was like a decrepit piece of wood. So when I put the thing through it, the nail gun just went through the wood, and then it still discharged, and he was standing like right on the other side of the 2x6, and his calf was right. Normally this wouldn't be a problem. He's just on the other side of the fence, but
right.
like, went into his calf, and then he was just standing there. He goes, "Do we leave it or do we take it out?" Like it was one of Stewie. Like
did it hit bone?
No. It was well in his calf muscle. Like,
so he doesn't skip.
No, he was fine. He did tetanus shot or whatever.
But like, is it a big nail? What type of nail? How long?
Regular wood, like what you would like nail a picket into a fence. Like it does. Okay. I mean, they're not like 8-inch nails or nothing, but like they're sizable.
Gotcha.
And they come out at an alarming speed. Out of
right, of course.
So we went for that, but our manager for this job was a convicted felon of intoxicated vehicular manslaughter, 2 counts. Yeah. He was awaiting trial to go to jail, and he was just trying to make some money for his baby mama. And he told us this. So when stuff like this would happen, and we would be like, "Hey man, we are hungover, we need to leave," he'd be like, "Oh, I don't care." I'm like, my life's over. Like he literally just had this job because he knew the guy who like ran the apartment and was just like.
By the way, I feel like that's the same energy every Waffle House employee has. Yes, like got it, man.
This is the end of my life. I don't care.
Which is why they're ready to fight all the time too.
Yeah. He was like, "I'm about to go to jail for a real." He would always remind us. He'd be like, "I'm going away for a long time," and I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, you killed people. Yeah. so we'll see you later. Like, sorry." But yeah, urgent care.
Do you think did he ever do a thing where he goes, "Hey, will you guys like write me?"
No, what do you mean? Like
he's going away.
Yeah.
He's like, "Will you guys write me in jail?"
Oh, like write him. No, we didn't have that kind of rapport.
I'm sorry.
We became so close. He was like, "Yeah, dude, can we just like continue corresponding?" I'd be like, "I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, I would."
It's just so funny to be like, you probably could write him. How long ago was that?
This was like high school, so like I'm 40 now. So
he might be getting out.
He might. I was actually just thinking that. I was like, it's intoxicated vehicular manslaughter. It's not capital murder. You go away for a long time. 20 years sounds like it would be the running rate.
I do think it would be funny. Like, I do feel like that's the type of person to reach out and go, "Hey man, I'm getting out."
Yeah.
And I'm sending he first of all, they give you the plan.
Yeah.
I go, "Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm doing this." I go, "Yeah, that's great, dude. That's great." And he goes, "I'm thinking about getting into comedy." And you're like, "Oh no." Yeah,
he's in my arena. Yeah, like we were in carpentry first with him, and then I was like, "I want to do what you do," and I'd be like, "Dude, a lot's changed." If he reconnected, I would just be like, "I don't know that we were supposed to remain friends." Right. So I think this was a single serving relationship for one summer, and you were supposed to manage us, which is hilarious because.
What did they say at urgent care?
So we did the right thing in not pulling it out, and then they just bandaged him up. I mean, my friend's pretty tough. He was just like, he was more mad than anything.
Yeah.
And he was the whole time just like laying into me as like, how could I have done that? I was like, you were on the other side of the fence. I didn't know it was going to go through. Right. That. It's not my problem. Like, what do you want from me? Like,
but you should have known that when a company hires a guy that's about to do a long stretch, they're probably not spending the most money on the wood.
And we were, to how we got the job was the man who owns the apartment complex was my best friend's girlfriend's dad. So this is a Nepo situation where we just like got a job, a sweet. There
was no resumes given for any of these jobs.
We didn't clock in. We texted him our hours, and then he would just. He was very wealthy, so we got by.
Oh, so he paid for the urgent care.
Because we couldn't. We're still borrowing money. This is the borrowing money era.
So when you went in for the nail in the calf, and you're sitting in the waiting room,
because I didn't go in.
Were you like was he the worst injury at the time?
No. Like at that urgent care?
Yeah.
Maybe injury. Yeah, those urgent cares are always just full of sickos.
I always think it's funny that there's always that I've always been fascinated with the person that goes to urgent care.
Yeah, for like
when they look at you and they go, "You should go to the emergency room."
Yeah.
You came to the wrong place.
The urgent care was closer. That's why, and also like we just had the notion that like the ER would be like really expensive and urgent care might be less, which is kind of true. But like, we also like he wasn't that up in arms. Like he was hurt, but like he wasn't like get me. He wasn't like passing out or anything like that. Like he was okay. But
the urgent care is like, hey, we lance off growths.
Your
like we're
eyes
not
missing.
We don't have blood going on, and you know what I mean. Like you came for the wrong thing.
I'm curious, like especially with some of these like ER style urgent cares, which they can do a lot. But if anyone ever comes in with like their fingers in a bag of ice and they're like, "Can y'all reattach these here?" and they're like. This used to be a Chick-fil-A before it was an urgent before it was an urgent care. Do you think we have the infrastructure for this? Go to the hospital.
You're like, oh, we can't.
This did used to be a Chick-fil-A. You're right.
All right. Next question. What is the last thing that you complained to customer service about?
So my identity got stolen.
No.
And someone took out two $3,500 loans at a college in Louisiana, like student loans.
$35?
$3,500.
Oh, I was gonna say
$35
two $35 loans.
If I was on the hook for $70, I'd just pay the school and be like, "Listen, buddy, you can take the $70. Just please don't send this to collections." No, it was almost $7,000 or a little over $7,000 in loans that were taken in my name. What I complained to customer service about, and I guess I don't know if they qualify as customer service. It was like with one of the credit bureaus. I was calling like Experian and being like, I don't know, like I was laying into them as to like how like because there was like fraudulent addresses, numbers, and then a fraudulent loan, and I was like, okay, so we proved that the addresses and this was like off, but like for whatever reason you can't prove that. Like I just wanted it off the credit report and stuff like that, and they were just giving me guff. It eventually happened because like
for sure
this kind of stuff is like all you got to do is prove that you're yourself in an identity theft situation. But they that was literally, it was like earlier this week or like late last week that I was like on the phone with them just like, and I never feel good when I do that because I always end up hanging up and being like, I should have kept my composure. Yeah. And I 100% of the time, that is one of the most like consistent. And I always know it going in when I'm like, my blood's starting to boil and like a customer service situation, I'm on the phone. I can feel myself like tightening up. I'm like, I know I'm going to unload, but you're always unhappy when you do this.
Yeah.
And then I do it anyway. And I'm just like, oh, missed it again. Like not batting 100 with this, but
yeah. Also it's like, if you don't care that you win or lose it, I feel like it's like that's when you're playing with house money. It's like when it's something huge, you're like, I can't mess this up.
Yeah. But with the identity theft, like I knew it was gonna get resolved. It's just a pain in the ass. If it's never happened to you, it's more like a headache than it is like, oh my god, my life is over. And also like in the grand scheme, $7,000 loan, like people get like millions of dollars taken out in their name, and then they're like on the hook for like, you're kind of screwed. Because initially the university or like the college or whatever that they got the loan through was like, no, you still have to pay it. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like,
first of all,
are you gonna come get the money from me?
I feel like there's also a thing too where you're like, first of all, you're a community college in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Delgado College in Baton Rouge. I'm not paying.
Yeah, you're first of all, the audacity you have to charge those prices.
Yeah.
What classes are you? What kind of degree are you given that's worth that much money a semester?
You know what I did?
Really?
I did. So I went to A&M, and what I did do is when I was on the phone with the college, I was like, "Do you think I would go to your college?" Like, I graduated from a 4-year accredited university in the SEC. Like, are you kidding? They were in the Big 12 at the time, but they're in the SEC now.
Well, dude, this is great. We have one more question we ask every guest. So my question is, what hill would you die on?
What hill would I die on? Okay, so I thought about this. I got jammed up recently. I was talking to another young comic. There's no way to skirt it. I don't think it's any less manly to sit down to pee. And this is why I'll die on this hill. It's more considerate.
Right.
I was raised, and my dad was around. I'm not trying to sit here and play and be like, yeah, my dad was never around, but I was mostly around my mom and sister.
Right.
And it was just the path of least resistance. You get in less fights. You sit to pee. Everybody's happy. But then when I go and relay this to like my male comedy friends, they're just like, yo, Sean, you are stupid. That's so like wimpy and dumb. Like you're like, you sit to pee like you're, I'm like, dude, I will lean into it. I'll be like,
Right.
It doesn't make you any less of a man. It makes you considerate. It makes you a tender lover. I
wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, no, it makes you like you're more cognizant of it. So like for everyone who's just like, yeah, dude, just like go sit. I mean, that being said, if we're in the woods and we're like having a rager like keg party or something, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, where can I sit? Like, I'll go pee in the woods. But like, I definitely like it less, and it's like gets everywhere and it
For
gets
sure.
Yeah, so like,
I think
sit to pee. Everyone just sit to pee.
I think you should also I think you're selling it wrong.
Why?
I think you should just be like, well, when you go to jail,
Yeah,
you have to sit to pee. That's the rule.
No, you don't.
Yeah, absolutely you do.
Why?
Because it gets everywhere, and if you're sharing a cell or a community space, they don't want the whole place to smell like pee.
Are you talking about like the one in your
jail and prison? You sit to pee. Everybody sits to pee.
I did not.
Nobody stands up.
I'm telling you from experience, though, I didn't.
Okay. Well, how long were you in jail?
A week, but it was like it was scripted time. Like I knew when I was going to get in and get out. So it was like my cellmate didn't. We both stood to pee.
Gotcha.
And it was like the communal, like traditional, like toilet and then sink on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just. Because we weren't gonna. That seems insane.
Every person
to sit down with another dude in the room and just be like if you're gonna like if you need to shit, sure, go ahead, do your thing. Like I'll look the other way. But like if you're just taking a quick pee pee and be like, and also like I'm gonna be like, listen, my case for this is they make you do it in jail.
Yeah, but I think
where you're destined to go, buddy. If you keep pounding these Lone Stars and getting in the car and driving like I see you do every freaking Tuesday. Oh, man. I'm amazed more comics don't have multiple. I'm sitting here with two, and I have like my shirt buttoned up right. Meanwhile, Tom, Dick, and Harry will have like 4 Goldschlager shots and then drive back to Louisville, get away scot free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, dude. One more, and I'm like felonious. Katie will leave me. She did say that.
That's so funny. Not that she's gonna leave you. But
she's like, I won't be married to someone who can't vote, and I'm like, that makes sense. I get it.
True. Dude, you crushed it today, man. This was so great having you. Tell everybody where they can find you.
At my house, usually with an 11-week-old. Yeah. No, man, I'm all over. Shahyan J is the handle, just SHAHYAN, the letter J. I post mostly. I only post about shows. I don't do. I really should, but yeah, find me on the internet.
Absolutely.
Come see shows. Come see live shows. You're talking about like
fantastic.
It's always great.
It's
always good when people see live shows.
Coming to live shows is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Do not forget, Bubble One. My special is out now on my YouTube channel. I'm so excited. Thank you, dude. You guys were absolutely great. I love you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week.